I'm Diana Thorburn, Director of Research at the Caribbean Policy Research Institute, CAPRI, in Kingston, Jamaica.
And I'm Alexander Causwell, a fellow at CAPRI, also based in Kingston, Jamaica.
Our article, Taking Responsibility for International Security, is about how undergoverned spaces in the Global South contribute to global insecurity, which is something that has been written about for several years. But what we sought to do in our article is to explore why these undergoverned spaces persist.
What we determined was that undergoverned spaces, even in small countries like Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, persist because of issues with irregular land governance, the persistence of informal communities, the prevalence of social housing communities that act as safe havens for non-state armed groups that may or may not have links with transnational threat networks.
These findings and this research is innovative because it looks much more closely and deeply at the political factors that lead to the rise and persistence of undergoverned spaces, which, though they're within national borders, present threats to international security. So whereas we know from before that undergoverned spaces do pose challenges to international security, we've looked at the structural factors behind the persistence of these spaces.
The Pact of the Future calls for a global reduction in the threats posed by non-state armed groups. And what our research has determined is that potential solutions to that in Global South countries lie in regularizing land governance with respect to informal settlements and social housing communities to mitigate their propensity to act as safe havens for non-state armed groups.